Listen carefully. Don't skip. Not this time. Because what you're about to hear, it's not random. It's not just another video. This is meant for you. Right now. In this exact moment. While the world is quiet. While your thoughts are louder than usual. While your heart is carrying things you haven't told anyone. God is speaking to you. Yes, you. Not the person next to you. Not someone more perfect. Not someone more faithful. You. I know, a part of you is already questioning this. You're thinking, why would God speak to me? But stay with me. Because the truth is, He already knows every doubt inside your mind. Every hidden fear. Every silent prayer you never said out loud. And still, He chose this moment. There's a reason you didn't scroll past. There's a reason your attention stopped here. It wasn't luck. It was alignment. Because tonight, God has something to say that you need to hear. Something you've been waiting for, even if you didn't realize it. You've been feeling tired lately, haven't you? Not just physically, but deep inside. A kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. A kind of heaviness that sits quietly in your chest. You smile in front of people. But when you're alone, everything feels different. You think about the past. About mistakes. About moments you wish you could undo. And sometimes, you wonder if things will ever truly change. God sees that. Every single part of it. And right now, He's saying this to you. I have not forgotten you. Let that sink in. Because you felt forgotten. You felt overlooked. Like your life is moving slower than everyone else's. Like everyone else is winning. And you're just trying to keep up. But God is saying, I see what others don't. I see your patience. I see your effort. I see the nights you stayed strong when you wanted to give up. And most of all, I see your heart. There's something else you need to hear. And this might be hard to accept. But God is not disappointed in you. You've been carrying guilt. You've been replaying things in your head. Thinking you messed up too much. Went too far. Waited too long. But God is saying, you are not too far gone. Not now. Not ever. Because His love doesn't work like people's love. It doesn't fade. It doesn't walk away. It doesn't keep score. It stays. Even when you don't. Even when you doubt. Even when you fall. Even when you feel nothing at all. He stays. Right now. I want you to pause for a second. Take a slow breath. In. And out. Because what comes next? You need to feel it. Not just hear it. God is saying, something is about to change in your life. Not everything at once. Not overnight. But something real. Something you've been praying for. Even if you stopped believing it would happen. Doors you thought were closed are being prepared to open. Situations that felt stuck are starting to move. And the part that will surprise you the most? It will happen when you least expect it. Because God doesn't work on your timeline. He works on purpose. But listen closely. There's something He's asking from you. Not perfection. Not performance. Just trust. Even when it's hard. Even when it's unclear. Even when nothing makes sense. Because right now, you're in a chapter that feels confusing. You don't have all the answers. You don't see the full picture. But God does. And He's saying, keep going. Even if it's one small step at a time. Even if all you can do is hold on. Keep going. Because you're closer than you think. There's a reason you've been feeling different lately. More aware. More emotional. More reflective. It's not weakness. It's preparation. God is shifting something inside you. Breaking old patterns. Releasing old pain. Making space for something new. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes even overwhelming. But that's how growth works. That's how transformation begins. You are not the same person you were before. And that's a good thing. Even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Now listen carefully. Because this part matters. There are things you've been holding on to that you need to let go of. People. Memories. Regrets. They've been weighing you down. Keeping you stuck in a place God never intended for you to stay in. And tonight, He's gently telling you, it's time. Not because those things didn't matter, but because your future matters more. You don't have to carry everything alone anymore. You were never meant to. God is right here. Closer than you think. In the silence. In your thoughts. In this very moment. Speaking to you. Guiding you. Holding you together. When everything feels like it's falling apart. And before this ends, there's one more thing He wants you to know. Something simple. But powerful. You are going to be okay. Not just survive. But truly, deeply, okay. Peace will come back. Joy will return. Clarity will find you again. This is not the end of your story. It's the turning point. So tonight, as you lay down, as your mind slowly quiets, hold on to this. Not fear. Not doubt. But this message. Because it was meant for you. Exactly when you needed it. And even after this video ends, God is still speaking. You just have to listen. And even now, as you're still here, still listening, something inside you is beginning to settle. It's quiet, subtle, almost unnoticeable. But it's real. Because when God speaks, it doesn't always come as a loud voice. Sometimes it feels like peace returning to a place that's been restless for too long. You didn't come this far for no reason. Think about everything you've been through. The moments that almost broke you. The times you felt completely alone. And yet, you're still here. Still breathing. Still searching. Still hoping, even if it's just a little. That's not weakness. That's strength. And God is saying, I carried you through all of it. Even the moments you thought you were on your own. Even the nights you cried without telling anyone. Even the days you felt empty and disconnected. He was there. Quietly. Steadily. Faithfully. There's something important you need to understand. What you're feeling right now. This mix of emotions. This sense that something is shifting. It's not confusion. It's clarity trying to break through. Because for a long time, you've been surrounded by noise. Other people's opinions. Other people's expectations. Other people's timelines. And somewhere along the way, you started losing your own voice. You started questioning your own worth. Doubting your own path. But God is saying, come back to me. Not to religion. Not to pressure. But to Him. To truth. To peace. To the version of you that hasn't been shaped by fear. You don't have to figure everything out tonight. You don't need all the answers. All you need is willingness. A small step. A quiet yes in your heart. That's enough. Because God can do more with your yes than you can do with all your doubts. Right now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine placing all your worries, every fear, every unanswered question, into God's hands. Just for a moment. You don't have to hold on to them anymore. You don't have to carry that weight tonight. Let it go. Even if it's just a little. Because holding on is what's been exhausting you. Trying to control everything. Trying to understand everything. But God is saying, trust me with what you don't understand. Even the parts that hurt. Even the parts that don't make sense. Because sometimes, what feels like a delay is actually protection. And what feels like a loss is actually redirection. There are things you wanted that didn't happen. Things you prayed for that didn't come through. And that hurt. It still hurts. But what you don't see yet is what God saved you from. The wrong timing. The wrong people. The wrong path. And one day, you'll look back and understand. But for now, God is asking you to trust without seeing. To believe without proof. To keep going. Even when the road feels uncertain. And yes, there will still be moments of doubt. Moments where your mind gets loud again. Moments where fear tries to take over. That's human. But in those moments, remember this. God's voice is still there. Steady. Calm. Unshaken. Whispering, I am with you. Not just in the good moments. Not just when things are working out. But right here. In the middle of everything. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to earn what's already yours. Grace isn't something you chase. It's something you receive. And tonight, you are being reminded of that. Not by accident, but on purpose. There's something powerful about this moment. Something sacred. Because you chose to stay. You chose to listen. And that matters more than you realize. God is working in ways you cannot see yet. Behind the scenes. In silence. In places you haven't even looked. Aligning things. Moving things. Preparing things. For you. And when the time comes, it will make sense. Not all at once. But enough. Enough to see that you were never lost. Just being led. So don't rush the process. Don't compare your journey. Don't give up just because it's taking longer than expected. Because what God is building in your life is not temporary. It's lasting. It's real. It's meant to stay. Before this part ends, there's one more thing He wants you to feel. Not just hear. Feel. You are loved, right now. Not when you fix everything. Not when you become better. Right now. As you are. In this moment. Let that truth sit with you tonight. Let it quiet your thoughts. Let it soften your heart. Because tomorrow, when you wake up, you won't be exactly the same. Something small, but powerful, will have shifted inside you. And that's how change begins. Not all at once, but gently, quietly, deep within. Stay here. Stay present. God is not done speaking to you. Stay with this feeling. Don't rush away from it. Because what you're experiencing right now, this quiet, this stillness, it's not empty. It's full. Full of something your soul has been needing. For a long time. You've spent so much time being strong for others. Holding things together. Pretending everything is okay. Even when it wasn't. And slowly, That kind of strength started to drain you. Because deep down, you wanted someone to understand. Someone to see through the silence. Someone to say, "You don't have to carry this alone anymore." That's why you're here. Not by accident. Not randomly. But intentionally. Because right now, God is meeting you in this exact place. Not when everything is fixed. Not when life becomes perfect. But here. In the middle of everything you're feeling. And He's saying, "I see the real you. Not the version you show the world. Not the mask you wear to get through the day. But the real you. The one who gets tired. The one who overthinks. The one who sometimes feels like giving up. But doesn't. That version of you is not weak. It's honest. And God values honesty more than perfection. There's something deeper happening right now. Something you might not fully understand yet. But you can feel it. A shift. A quiet turning point. Like something inside you is waking up. After being silent for too long, you're starting to see things differently. People. Situations. Even yourself. Things that once made sense don't feel the same anymore. And that can feel confusing. Even lonely. But this is what growth looks like. This is what transformation feels like. It's not always clear. It's not always comfortable. But it's necessary. God is changing your perspective. Not to take something away from you, but to lead you towards something better. Something real. Something aligned with who you're becoming. And yes, that might mean letting go again. Letting go of old habits. Old mindsets. Old attachments. Even when they feel familiar. Even when they feel safe. Because not everything familiar is meant to stay. And not everything comfortable is meant to keep you. You're being called higher. Not in a loud, overwhelming way. But gently. Quietly. Step by step. And here's the truth. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. You just need to trust the next step. That's it. Not the whole path. Just the next step. Right now. God is placing something in your heart. A thought. An idea. A direction. It might feel small. Almost easy to ignore. But don't. Because sometimes, the smallest nudge leads to the biggest change. Pay attention to what keeps coming back to your mind. That quiet pull. That inner voice. That sense that there's more for you than what you've been settling for. That's not random. That's guidance. And you don't have to rush it. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to explain your journey to anyone. This is between you and God. Take your time. Move with intention. And trust that even your slow progress is still progress. There's something else you need to release tonight. The pressure. The pressure to be perfect. The pressure to have everything together. The pressure to meet everyone's expectations. It's too heavy. And it was never yours to carry. God is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be real. To be open. To be willing. That's where change begins. Not in performance, but in surrender. And surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of control. Trusting that you are being guided. Even when you can't see the outcome. Right now, you're learning something important. Something that will stay with you long after this moment. Peace doesn't come from everything going right. It comes from knowing that even when things don't, you're still okay. You're still held. You're still guided. That kind of peace can't be taken from you. And you're starting to feel it. Even if it's just a little. Even if it comes and goes. It's there. Growing. Hold on to that. Because you'll need it in the days ahead. Not as something fragile, but as something steady. You're stronger than you think. Not because you've never struggled, but because you didn't give up when you could have. And God sees that. Every moment of it. There are blessings on the way to you. Not just material things, but deeper things. Clarity. Direction. Peace. Purpose. Things that don't fade. Things that don't leave. And when they arrive, you'll realize something. That all the waiting, all the confusion, all the moments of doubt, they weren't wasted. They were preparing you, shaping you, getting you ready for what's next. So don't lose hope now. Not when you're this close. Not when something is already shifting. Stay open. Stay present. Stay connected. Because God is still speaking. Even in the silence. Even in the waiting. Even in the unknown. And tonight, you are not alone. Not for a second. Not in any moment. Let that truth stay with you. Let it calm your thoughts. Let it rest in your heart. Because this is not the end of the message. There is still more. And it's coming to you. Right on time.